when you're running combine and have that view over there, that's just pretty awesome. That's almost as awesome as watching that Mike Les guy on YouTube. That is one good-looking tractor and grain cart. Hello YouTube, it is Farmhand Mike bringing you a cotton planting video from the state of Oklahoma. I am out in the field here with Miller Family Farms out of Hedrick, Oklahoma, as they are planting their 2021 cotton crop using two John Deere 9470R tractors, both pulling John Deere DB Planters. One of these planters is a DB90 and the other is a DB120. There's been some modifications done to these planters that I'll point out here as we go through the video, but both these planters are set up on 40-inch row spacings and they're 32 rows apiece. They bought these planters and were told that a DB planter could not be set up for 40-inch rows. They got these things in their shop, did some modifications and so forth, and made it all work. On the DB120, they had to chop the wings back a little bit, take some space off there, and then on the DB90, they had to add to it. I thought both planters between the DB90 and 120 were the same, but apparently there's a hitch difference, a little heavier hitch, and a little bit of a longer hitch. I do have some videos featuring a John Deere DB90 planter. That is a 90-foot wide planter on a 30-inch row spacing, which is common in corn country. That would be 36 rows. The DB120 is a 120-foot wide planter, and on a 30-inch row spacing, that would be a 48-row planter. As far as the main frames go, I thought they were the same, but the DB120 had 6 row units on each end that would actually fold over and set on top of the frame before you would fold it in. It makes sense that the DB120 would have a heavier hitch to carry that extra weight though. And due to the 40-inch row spacing, you will see the wheels there on the main frame are spaced out more than what you're used to seeing, as well as the wheel spacing on the tractor is set up for 40-inch rows. It's pretty much a hot and dry climate down in this part of Oklahoma, and wheat and cotton are two of the main crops here. They normally cannot double crop, so what he is doing here is this farm plants a lot of cover crops, so they drilled wheat into this field last fall, they sprayed a burn down on it here, and now are planting into the wheat stubble. Cover crops are becoming more and more popular in lots of places. Not so much down in this part of the world, but this farm is telling me with the cover crop, they're able to save that ground moisture in there, so when he comes in here and plants the cotton, he actually does have some moisture down in there to help get that plant started. I actually just talked to the farmer here before editing this video, and he told me where he has the cover crops, the cotton is coming up, and some of the bare spots in the field, not so much. They are, however, getting some rain now. They commonly start planting cotton down here around May 25th, and insurance cutoff date is June 20th. They tell me they have actually planted some cotton into the first part of July, and it does do okay. As far as double cropping goes, it does work. However, double crop does not go with crop insurance down in this part of the world. A lot of times there's just simply not enough moisture to make it happen. But they told me they've tried it before, and actually some years their double crop cotton has done better than single crop. This cotton will be harvested somewhere generally starting around October 15th. And I believe they told me that will extend, depending on the weather, into December sometime. With these two big planters, they can plant approximately 800 to 1,000 acres per planter per day. When it gets down here into the cotton country, you normally don't see them planting with these big planters like this. They'll run the 3-point hitch stack fold planters. This farm does have one of those as well for some of their smaller fields. The population they plant down here is approximately 20,000 plants per acre for dryland cotton. Cotton is more a southern crop. I see it down here, Texas, across the south over into Georgia, Alabama, the Carolinas, and so forth. And I've seen it as far north as southern Kansas. I actually planted a row of cotton in my garden, and it's up about 8 inches right now. And I've done that other years, and it will actually almost fully mature. I know cotton likes heat, and there's been times in my garden where I've had it in there, and when it gets really hot in August, that's when you see the plant really take off and grow. They just got this field done. They're folded up and heading off to another field here. Those mountains you see in the background, those are the Wichita Mountains. I've talked about those a little bit in some of my wheat harvest videos, but a lot of people that have never been to Oklahoma, they think it's all flat down here and boring, but this is a very beautiful part of the world. If you ever get down here, it's worth a visit. I got lots of good shots from on the ground, from the sky, a little bit of in-cab footage, and I even got up on the planter, got some footage from there. So let's check all this out and watch these two big planters in action. The grain elevator you see in the distance is the town of Roosevelt, Oklahoma. This town sits at approximately 1,463 feet elevation. They have an average of 240 sunny days per year here, get around 30 inches of rain and 4 inches of snow annually. At the last census, this town had a population of just under 250 people. This town was formerly named Parkersburg back in the day. However, the name of that town had already existed somewhere else, so a fellow that had served under Roosevelt in the Spanish-American War changed the name of the town to Roosevelt. And President Theodore Roosevelt actually visited this town back in 1903. Some of you may be curious what cottonseed looks like, so check this out. And just look at the flex of that planter as it plants over that terrace. I don't care what brand of tractor or whatever's your favorite. You got to admit, when you got two big tractors and planters going like this in the same field, it's just pretty awesome no matter what color they are. And I get a little carried away filming it too. That's going to wrap up this video. Big thanks to Miller Family Farms out of Hedrick, Oklahoma for having me out here to film this, and I sure hope to make it back here for some cotton harvest. Anyways, feel free to comment below, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Remember, you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Farmhand Mike. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting my social media.